Scott Ruick said Lily Hansford is the unsung hero. She knocks down a big-time three every time we need it, and she certainly did right there.
Westbeld gets her own miss, takes it right back up, and got fouled. So a couple of big threes here for the Beavers.
Lily Hansford shoots at 45% from the three-point line, and that is a big three off of an offensive rebound, and you know everybody on that bench loves it. Goes back to Holly's point. Danielle Ivey was talking to the team in the huddle about we have to come up with defensive boards. Oregon State is shooting at 61% from the floor, so when they miss, Notre Dame's got to find a way to come up with it.
Well, they are getting massacred on the boards right now. -17 for Notre Dame. Westbeld hits both free throws. To get it back to a two-point advantage, pardon me. And there's Hidalgo again in the backcourt. At that time, TBO just put her head down to get over. Inside a minute and a half. Shot clock into the single digits. And Olhoffen, another stellar defensive play, this time by Citron, but then Hunter took it away from Hidalgo, forcing Citron to foul. Citron just picked up her third foul, but another big play by the freshman Hunter, forcing the turnover. The Wolf comes back in for Bransford, more of an offensive threat.
This is an Oregon State team that's been in a number of tight games. A year ago, they didn't win a lot of those tight games. This year, they've been able to come away with victories. Execution on both ends of the floor, putting themselves in position to win these ball games.
And Olhoffen, who's a very good free throw shooter at 88% on the season, hits them both. Notre Dame down by 4. 1 minute left. Hidalgo forces the contact, and finally Hannah Hidalgo gets her first field goal since the first quarter.
You got to expect Reagan Beers to get a touch on the interior. If you're Notre Dame, you want to play good defense, and you got to finish the play.
Beers sets the screen. Gardner into Beers, perfectly executed. They took a lot of time off the clock, and Beers finished to get it back to a 2-possession game.
This is just typical Scott Ruick teams, right? Execution down to the mere second. Work the clock, work the clock, work the clock, right? And then you find that small window of opportunity and you deliver.
Both Reagan Beers and Tamia Gardner have double-doubles this afternoon for Oregon State. The all-important reset here. Notre Dame with the basketball, but just one timeout left. Oregon State does have a foul to give, and the possession arrow in favor of the Beavers.
Well, it's a 2-possession ball game, so you've got to get a quick score if you're Notre Dame. And what that looks like, whether it's off-ball action. Neil Ivey has so many different actions, you know, in her toolkit to be able to go to. Certainly understanding that State has a foul to give, so if somebody's putting their head down on the dribble down, right, not allow them to gather and go up. But for the Irish, they've just got a quick score and turn around and foul.
South Carolina and Indiana will be coming up a half hour after this game is over. They will get the winner of this game on Monday. What's today? Friday?
Today's Friday.
Thank you. That will be Sunday then where they will play. Notre Dame led by 2. It's been a 10-4 run since for the Beavers. see what the Ivy has drawn up. Hidalgo inbounds.
Rip and go right here.
Hidalgo back to Citron. Blocked by Van Oelhoffen. TVO with the block. And Notre Dame fouls.
We call this a little two-side action. Hannah Hidalgo going to the rim and a little pin in. And a terrific defensive play by Talia Van Oelhoffen. And this is a player that Scott Ruick says, and look at that just perfectly. He says, we can put her on anybody in the country. She checked Juju Watkins, held her to 18% from the floor. She made a huge defensive play right there on Tonya Citron.
And now she can all but put this game away at the free throw line. Another timeout, the final one for Niele Ivey, who has gotten her team to the Elite Eight for the first time since she took over from Muffet McGraw. But a great response for Oregon State after Notre Dame came back to take the lead late here in the fourth quarter. Got another game coming your way. Looking forward to seeing Mackenzie Holmes, who is in her final year of college eligibility, as Indiana, the tall task of taking on South Carolina coming up. What a career Mackenzie has had. Tonya Citron with 22 today. Reagan Beers, though, another double-double. It's Oregon State 1 year after they won only 13 games total. 17 seconds away from an Elite Eight.
Gotta go.
Westbeld for three. Rebound for Gardner. Fouled immediately by Citron. And with 10 seconds left, Reagan Beers looks over in the backcourt towards her family with a big smile on her face. There are a lot of Beers here today.
There certainly are. And you know, Scott Ruick talked about this team. Half of this team is new. Everyone came here to do this. He got a lot of text messages from people back home and said, this is back where you belong. Like, this is a team who had the sting of not being in the tournament last year, who rededicated themselves, recommitted themselves to being in this position.
He said he thought it would be very special. He said every single exit interview last year was positive. Everybody came back, got into the gym, no one transferred, and here they are. They were picked to finish 10th,
yes,
in their league. Hidalgo with another basket, but it induces a timeout by Scott Ruick, trying to get his team back into the Elite Eight. Time now for our Capital One rewarding performance. And Tamia Gardner has been terrific.
She sure has, and they've moved her all around the floor. She has knocked down big shot after big shot on the perimeter, on the block. That shot right there was a huge answer to a run by the Irish. 21 points, 9 of 15 from the floor, including 2 of 5 from the three-point line with 11 boards.
Remember, she is just a sophomore along with Beers. And Gardner today is 1 point off her career high that she set against USC earlier this season. And the Oregon State Beavers, 1 year removed from 13 wins total, not only back in the dance, but they're dancing all the way to the Elite Eight.
They sure are. I mean, what an outstanding effort by the Oregon State Beavers. They do what they do best on the defensive end of the floor, play team basketball, share the basketball on the offensive end. And Scott Ruick told us, this team learned it's not about talent, it's about mentality. And they have come in with a mentality that they refuse to lose. And now they're walking themselves into the Elite Eight.
Both Gardner and Beers with double-doubles. Niele Ivey, a brilliant season. Her team finishes 28-7, just 6 players using them down the stretch. Their 10-game winning streak comes to a halt. A lot of basketball left for Hannah Hidalgo as Notre Dame exits, losing to Oregon State.